Internal Audiovisual Archive of Registry Documents. Document being archived HHH7. The Vapors Priest. Archivist Lawrence Lyer. Reevaluation Department. Location: the Mediterranean region. Status: active. Description and behavior: the Vapors Priest was the head of the Chained Gods Temple before its dissolution and is the current head of the splinter organization Servants of the Chained Gods. This entity is a smooth blue gemstone resembling a human eye in both appearance and size. The eye emits a blue vaporous mass shaped like a human torso with 4 arms and a head. In the middle of what would be the face is where the eye is located. The Vapors Priest is able to control its vapors to such a degree as to be able to decide whether objects can pass through its mass, which allows it to do such acts as pick up objects with its hands. In order to understand the Vapors Priest, it is important to understand the pantheon of gods it claims to serve. It is claimed that the 4 forms of the Chained Gods are kept imprisoned in the deepest depths of a great lake of fire by their enemies, the oppressor and the traitor, and will be freed upon the restoration of the bust of the goddess, OLC-1. For the time being, they interact with the mortal world through significantly weaker conduits. Out of the thousands of gods worshipped, the main 5 are as follow. The Chained Goddess is the chief god. She is also known as the Mistress, the Queen, Shreleni, and Venus. Her full form is described as being reminiscent of a massive female centaur, though with 3 eyes, a multitude of horns, and equipped with a halberd. Literature associated with the worship of the Chained Gods claim her to be the goddess of motherhood, order, and justice. Her followers pray to her about issues related to planning, parenting, judging, and protection. The Crystal God functions as the second in command in most Chained Gods myths and is also known as the Librarian, Clearmaker, Curiothax, and Vithuk. His full form is described as a 1,000-side crystal with an eye on every side and countless scrolls containing great knowledge floating around him. He is claimed to be the god of knowledge, discovery, and history. Followers pray to him about issues relating to the unknown, records, and research. The Harvest God operates as an advisor to the other gods, and is known as the Timekeeper, Intercessor of the Faithful, Logothax, and Ulakruth. His full form is described as a sphere of flesh with a multitude of extremely long fingers he uses to interact with the world and hold his harvesting tools. He is claimed to be the god of the harvest, logic, calendars, and souls. Followers pray to him about issues relating to food, interpretation, and that he will grab their souls when they die so that they can be with their gods. Some literature depicts this entity as female. The Marcher Goddess is the head of the armies of the Chained Gods and is also known as the Great Lizard, the Warrior, Bethuel, and Kisith. Her full form is described as a massive humanoid reptile with 2 heads and covered with ornate armor, armed with a spear and followed by her reptilian servants. She is claimed to be the goddess of war, dueling, and honor. Followers pray to her about issues relating to war, martial prowess, and protection from schemes. The cannibal god currently occupies no official role, but used to be the executioner of the chain gods, and is also known as Sir Sackloth, the Chaotic One, Sado, and Zarkul. His full form is described as a skeletal figure with massive wings and antlers, clothed in sackcloth and rough iron armor, while armed with a large battle axe. Gray glowing eyes piercing through a sackcloth veil. He is claimed to be the god of chaos, murder, and torture. It is required by the followers of the chain gods to pray to every single other god for protection from him before attempting to pray to the cannibal god. Due to this, he is only ever prayed to for extreme acts of vengeance. With this knowledge in mind, the Vapor's Priest serves these entities by undertaking actions to further their goals, with a special dedication to the chained goddess. These actions include intelligence gathering, anomaly acquisition, and assassinations. And the actions themselves are usually performed by members of the servants of the chained gods. These servants are persons that the Vapor's Priest convinced to inhale the vapors that it produces. The vapors grant the person anomalous qualities in exchange for a reduction in the capacity for independence. This is likely due to the collapse of the temple, in part being caused by empowered members of the temple operating too independently of the priest's plans. Recommended actions. If you encounter the Vapor's Priest or the servants of the chain gods, vacate the situation immediately. Anyone who is caught is always either persuaded to join them or killed. The best way to escape the situation is by using a vehicle to get away from the area of operation. These areas of operation tend to be near and focused on other anomalous entities. Therefore, it is important to make haste to an area devoid of anomalous activity, as the Vapor's Priest rarely moves far from its goals. End archive.